why Aidan O'Connell will be the starting quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders in 2024. Improvement. This is what we've seen since Aidan O'Connell's been on the team. When he got into the game and when we started the season with him and AP, we saw our offense start to thrive. We saw our passing game start to thrive. We saw our defense start to thrive, and we saw our running game start to thrive. And all of that was contributed in the fans' perspective as just what AP was able to do when he came here and he started Aidan, and Aidan is just a byproduct of the situation. And the reason we win is because of the defense and Antonio Pierce, and Aidan O'Connell really doesn't have much to do with it. The team's improvement is just the byproduct of the defense. The offense hasn't made any wins or any improvements since the Josh McDaniels and Jimmy Garoppolo area, or people believe that those improvements aren't coming because of our passing game and Aidan O'Connell's ability in the passing game. They're just becoming because Antonio Pierce decided to become a run-heavy offense, and we control the ball and play defense, and that's the only reason we're winning. And we're lucky to have AP, and AO4s just happens to be there while these things happen. Okay, so we're talking about team performance, and you don't believe that Aidan O'Connell is a big part of that. So let's talk about individual improvement. So let's not look into what the team has done as a whole as far as wins and losses and points scored. Let's look into each player individually. Let's see what they were doing under what I'm going to call the JJ era, which is Jimmy G and Josh McDoofus, and the AA area, which is Aidan and Antonio Pierce. So we'll get to the numbers on the JJ area, starting with our favorite, Davante Adams. During the JJ era, I keep saying area, I don't know why. During the JJ era, Davante Adams had 47 catches and 3 touchdowns, which is Davante Adams-esque at maybe 8 games into it, but we'll see. That's necessary. But it is Davante Adams. And the second era, the AA era, he had 56 touchdowns, which is an improvement, and 56 receptions and 5 touchdowns, which is also an improvement. I believe Aidan O'Connell has something to do with that. Let's continue. Michael Mayer. Wow. What a bust. Why we draft that guy if we're not going to use him? He's just out there not doing much. What is Josh McDaniels doing? His offense is supposed to be about the tight end. But Michael Mayer wasn't producing. Let's look at his numbers to see if he truly wasn't producing. Well, he had 10 catches for no touchdowns. So that would be a lack of production. Now, when the AA regime starts, in his regime, or his era of the AA era, his part of the AA era, he only played 5 games. He was hurt. So in the JJ area, the numbers I just gave you was over an 8-game period. These numbers are going to be over a 5-game period. And in those 5 games, he had 16 receptions and 2 touchdowns, making use of something that we weren't making use of before in the JJ era. Let's continue to Jakobi Meyers. Now, Jakobi Meyers is a little interesting as far as this story is going to go, because Josh McDaniels was trying to push up Jakobi Meyers and push down Devontae Adams so they could make it a little easier to get rid of him at the end of the year. That's a theory. I got another video I'm going to do that's going to come out about all of that. But Trey Tucker, where are we? Jacoby Myers. I don't edit this stuff either, so you're going to get what you get. Jacoby Myers in the AA era had 33 receptions, which is 5 reception drop off, but he still had 5 touchdowns. So he was pretty much doing this thing both on and before, but I believe for different reasons. Like I said, I'll get into it at a different time. Trey Tucker, another bust that we had. Why do we have him wasting a 3rd round pick on more wide receivers when we don't need more wide receivers? All we need to do is get Hunter Renfrow going. And that makes sense. And he was not performing. He had, in his first 8 games, 4 receptions and obviously no touchdowns because you're not going to get touchdowns or receptions. But we switched to the AA era. Now, in his games, he has 15 receptions and 2 touchdowns, 2 long, deep ball touchdowns, which is what our offense is looking for. And we weren't able to accomplish that with the JJ era. Come the AA era, he's excelling. And the running game. People say the running game is just the running game. There's nothing the quarterback can say about the running game that means he is a better quarterback or he's an improvement. But it's not true, and everybody knows if you can keep 8 men out of the box, your running back's going to do better. The only way you can keep 8 men out of the box is to throw balls deeper and then even deeper than that. Josh Jacobs and Jameer White combined in these first 8 games had a total of 200 carries for 353 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, under the AA era, our running game, because we have to include Jameer's last 3 games because Josh Jacobs was hurt. So that's why I combined them in the first part. And that's why I'm going to combine them during the AA era. And my God, doing these numbers, I looked at them again and again. And I'm like, they can't be right. I have to be making a mistake, re-add it, bust out the calculator, and did it again. Here are the numbers for the running game under AA era. 167 attempts. 50 something, 30 less something attempts. And with those less attempts, they had 722 yards, twice as much as the JJ era. Okay? We'll get into the touchdowns. They did have 3 in the JJ era, and when it comes to the double A era, our running game netted 4 touchdowns. So, still an improvement. And a huge improvement in the yards. And why did that improvement come in the AA era? Yeah, we handed the ball off less during the AA era. Less during the AA era. And we had way more rushing yards. And everybody knows, as I said earlier, you get 8 men out the box by throwing the ball deep. And that's what Aidan was doing. And that's why we started excelling on offense. It's very simple. Improvement in the beginning usually equals improvement in the middle. And that improvement should carry on to the end. And we've seen the improvement in the beginning. Now we need to see if it carries on. And I believe it will. And there's no reason to believe it wouldn't. If you look at history, you look at the numbers, and you listen to what the coaches are saying. They want the coach want a quarterback who's a leader. They already said in the locker room, Aidan's their leader. They trust the kid. They believe in the kid. That's a big word. They want someone who's been through it and came out hard on the other side. Anybody knows a little bit about the O'Connell story, they know he'd been through it and came out on the other side. So that's why I see Aidan O'Connell being the starter next year. These numbers don't lie. The truth is the truth. And that's what it will be. I'm not saying this to be right or to impose it on you. I just want y'all to know what's happening. And so when it hits you, it's not that confusing. Raider Guru, out.